Hi everyone, happy Monday. I am a few minutes late. I am so sorry. I hope that you didn't give up on me in the meantime. I was away this weekend and had to unpack my craft room before I could go live, and I hope that I've unpacked enough things that I can do what I set out to do. And actually, darn it, I went live too soon. I didn't get something out that I need. So sit tight, and this should only take a minute. Where's my cursor? Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I think I have what I need. So, I told you all a week or so ago that I had something I wanted to share with you, but I couldn't show you yet because it was something I had made for a friend to give, and he hadn't given it yet. So now that he has, I can go ahead and we're going to make it together today. And it's we're casing a design from our artisan design team, and I do not have the name of the demonstrator in front of me that made this, but I'll try and do that before I post it to my blog. I'll try and find it and share that with you. So I hope that y'all had a great day and you're excited about the upcoming long weekend. I had a long weekend that last weekend and it was pretty awesome. So let me clearly I've gone live in the wrong place before because I feel compelled to check to make sure that I am where I think I am, which should be that one. And yep, okay, all is well over there. Although I probably should watch comments there. I need to figure that out because it gets a little challenging to watch comments over here. If you are on my email distribution list, then you probably got an email from me yesterday, maybe the day before. I think it was yesterday. Oh heck, I don't even know. Should have been yesterday, about the Berry Blast Trio class. This is a phenomenal offer. So if you have the strawberry bundle, the punch and the stamp set, if you have that bundle, then you're really going to want to take advantage of our class. Daniela Hutt, Hope Hardy, and I have collaborated and are bringing you 3 classes, and they'll be prepped and ready for you. They're going to include tons of product plus the celebration stamp set and designer series paper that coordinates. So these are all going to work together. If you don't have that strawberry bundle yet, you can add that on to the class and then have all of it together. Now it is a to-go class, so you'll have tutorial and possibly a video if there's something tricky about 1 or 2 of the designs, but we're not having an in-person event for that. My summer is going to be a little crowded with my daughter's wedding the end of August. So tonight, as a matter of fact, I'm going to be working on the stamping that we are doing with her invitation so that we can get her invitations out. So July and August are going to be a little busy trying to fit in a bonus class. I just couldn't do it. Now, having said that, July does have some pretty cool things. It has bingo on the 30th. And remember, that new mini catalog goes live August 1st. So what great timing would it be to win bingo prizes on the 30th and order them from the mini or the annual catalog. So pretty excited about that. Then the 31st, we'll have our card club for July, and we'll have Christmas in July. So that class I'm still designing, but that's going to be a product-based class and working with products in the annual catalog. We've got a great set of Christmas products there to use. So I'm pretty excited about that. And tomorrow is my 5-year anniversary with Stampin' Up. So, so maybe there'll even be a bonus live tomorrow. I don't know. I've tried all kinds of things to work that out, and it just kind of happened by the wayside, and here it is. I couldn't believe it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and switch the camera down. I'm going to turn off the banner with my website and the current host code. I can't find my cursor. There it is. Okay, so let me just shut this off. If you ever have trouble placing an order, finding my website, then just reach out. I'll be glad to help you in any way that I can. And oh, Designer Series paper sale starts on July the 1st. And I need to send out a couple of emails about that sale and about the schedule for July. Okay, now, I told you I was going to bring my camera down, and I didn't do it. And you're thinking, wow, that's really exciting, Michelle. Okay, so with this card, we're going to use a few fun products that we don't use every day, right? So I've got a piece of vellum, and we're going to do something fun with it to create kind of a marble effect. We have a piece of linen paper, so this is really fun stuff. And it comes, it's two 12 by 12 sheets in a pack. And I'm going to use part of that. We're going to use one layer with that. And we're going to emboss it with this, darn it, what is it called? Oh, I think it's called the Parisian floral something or other, maybe. I'm not entirely sure. So we have the linen layer. I feel like I'm leaving something out. What am I leaving out? I think there's another. Sorry guys, I thought I had this all together and now I can't remember. So we're going to start with thick basic white cardstock for our base. And okay, I did. Okay, I'm going to emboss this cardstock, not the linen. The linen I'm just going to fray a little bit. Okay, so I knew I had it right. We're going to use the artistic dies. We're going to use a die from in here. And this is the same die that the designer used. Few differences. This vellum piece, remember the designer didn't use. She actually used a piece of Designer Series paper that had a real soft pattern to it. All right, but we're going to use this leaf die. She did use this leaf die in her design. So let me see if I can go ahead and do that die cutting, and then I'm going to emboss this, and then we're going to fray that. So hold on just a second. I did get this all unpacked. So apologize for being a little off camera while I do this. It's a little tight. And we will Zoom tonight at 7. I'd love to have you join us. Okay, so you know what? I think I meant to. Sometimes these intricate dies need a little extra help in the coming loose stage. I'm just going to grab okay. Let's see if these are going to pop out okay. If not, we may need to run them back through the die cut machine. And they're coming, but it's not a fast process. The cool thing is that by doing this brushing, kind of breaking down the fibers so the paper takes on a softer look, which I think will work well with this card. So this would be a pretty special card, but you could use it, you could follow this design for lots of different things. Okay, that one doesn't want to come out. All right, I've got a few that want to be stuck. So I'll show you what I do. So I'm going to line this back up in my die. Get rid of this. And you've seen me use this before, this Post-it tape. So I'm going to put this back in and tape it in place because it doesn't want to, it's not really locked at this point. So just kind of tape it around. I know that looks kind of silly, but I don't want it to slip around. You could always just take a fresh piece of paper and, run it through, but, I like a challenge. And not all of these, sometimes part of this tape I'm using to hold in place just to keep it from shifting on me, like that one wants to shift. This Post-it tape is pretty cool. I got it from Amazon. Does the Prime truck stop at your house every day? Stops it here with some pretty regular. Oh, come on. Oh my gosh, it doesn't want to. It would be easier to start with a fresh piece of paper. But I feel like I'm so far now. I don't want to give up. But I don't want to take here all night either. I got other pieces. This is not the most exciting part of the design. Okay, never mind. We're going with a new piece of paper. This is crazy. So if you've looked at my schedule, you might have noticed that it does show a class for this Thursday, and there will not be class this Thursday. Since we're adding the Christmas in July at the end of the month, I won't do a class for the beginning of the month. Just one little way to keep my sanity, maybe. Okay, now I'm going to run this back and forth on my on my cut and emboss machine. And that second pass through will help get anything that's still hanging on. Come on. I need to replace my plates. They're telling me they're tired. All right. That looks pretty good. And while I'm holding it in place, you can see all those little guys are just falling right out. But I gotta admit, I got a few places that look like they didn't cut really well. So we'll do that again. This time I'm going to flip it upside down. Sometimes that helps. The intricate dies seem to just have problems sometimes. Need a little extra TLC. Now, let's see if we can do this. Not quite. It's a good idea, though. Ta-da! Everything but these last little bits, I'll poke those out here. Perfect. Okay, that's that. Now, oh my gosh. Let's see if I can get all these little pieces in the trash can and not have to vacuum. Okay. Let me see how big this piece of linen is. It is 4.5 by 5. Okay, so that's good because I want it to be. So I'm going to trim this a little bit, and then we're going to fray it. Okay, I'm going to emboss this. So again, back to my Big Shot. And I'm not too worried of my pattern being centered or not. Straight might be good, although it goes on the card kind of crooked. Okay. And let's see. I think it needs. I need to label these. I'm not very good at remembering what my sandwich combination is. Okay, so I think that is it for the Big Shot. Isn't that pretty? Okay, so let's do the linen. Get it the right size. I'm not using these. I'm not sure why I have those out. We need a piece of white for our card base. And so set that over there with those bits. And we're going to trim this to 3 3/4 by 5. And then you can stamp on this and you can emboss it. It has a sticky backing, so fraying it might be tricky, but I've got something that's going to have to dry. So we're going to make this the same size at 5 by 3 3/4. Now I did sneak in a little bit of retired product on my card. I have to admit I'm probably going to do that again. There's probably another substitute that would work well. And actually I do have something here that is current. And we'll see if we like it. Okay, so card base. We're going to fray this in a minute, but we're going to work on this vellum right now. And that. So these little silicone mats, I know it's not real pretty, but they are fabulous for so many different things. I've got rubbing alcohol in my spray bottle, as well as in this little guy to dip. I've got 2 Wink of Stellas on hand, and hopefully one of them has enough glimmer in it to do what I want it to do. And the card that I made before was blue. I kind of want to try purple for this time. let's see. So this is Holland Heather, maybe Fresh Freesia. Yeah, okay. So all I'm gonna do is scribble on this with these two different colors of Fresh Freesia using the Stampin' blends. And confession here, I don't know that I'm doing this right. I think there are lots of different ways to do this look, and I started working yesterday on something that I saw Patty Bennett had done with an embossing folder and the alcohol technique. Mine didn't look anything like hers, so I got a bit more practice to do. Okay, so now we've done this, we're going to come along and just spritz. Now, why am I using this spray bottle instead of a spritzer? It's just because I don't have to fill it up as often. So all this ink is just going to kind of run around, and I can blow it. I could take a straw and blow it, or I can, you know, get down there and blow it. And kind of let the alcohol push it around, or I can take a heat gun and hit it. Just lots of choices. So, are you mesmerized? Can you? I don't know if you can really tell how that looks, how it's starting to look. Let me pick it up, and you see how that's kind of running around. Okay. So then I want to add I can't decide if I've got enough in here or not. If it's making an impact, it's hard to tell. Try the other one. This one feels like it has less in it. So you're a true Wink of Stella fan when you have so many to choose from out here. Do I have any? I have yet another one over here. So everything's better with Stella. I'm a firm believer in that. My watch probably thinks I just took a half dozen steps or more. Do I have another? When all else fails, you just open a brand new Stella. Because this is drying. And I'm just going to grab a new Stella. Figure out where I have. Oh, actually, I think I can borrow one from right here. And if you're not yet a Stella user, I'll show you what happens, how you get ready to use your Stella. Okay, so when you take your Stella out of the package, it has this black piece in the middle. You need to get rid of that. So you actually unscrew it, remove this, throw it away. You don't need it again. And then reattach. And then this bottom piece has push embossed on both sides. And you just push it. You're watching for the fun fluid to fill the barrel. And you can get a little impatient and suddenly it's overflowing. I was hoping you'd be able to see. Okay. Oh my goodness. The other thing that you can do is to create a little puddle of Stella. Who knew that I should have prepared that ahead of time? Okay, why didn't I know? Why didn't I think that was a thing? Come on. Okay. So I can see that there are lots of little sparkles here, but I really want the barrel is full. Come on, give me a blob. Oh, there, see? That's what I was waiting for. Now I gotta find a place quickly to use that blob of Stella. Can't waste it. All right. Four Stellas open on my desk. And then this bit of yumminess. Now, I'm going to take a water painter, and I'm going to dip it in alcohol. No, Donnie, everything is not perfect. So I'm just dipping this in alcohol and making sure that this blue color I'm seeing now, by adding a little splatter of more alcohol, it just kind of creates droplets, which may be an effect we're going for, maybe not. And I have more Stella than I really wanted on this. There we go. You can also fill these with water or alcohol, doesn't matter. Okay. Just pause for a second. Take a drink. Hi, Joyce. All right. So let's work on fraying this linen. You can lots of times fray paper by rubbing your scissors along the edge. But once I get started on this, I should be able to grab some strands. And I'm not really sure if you're supposed to peel that backing off and stick it down to something or not. There we go. The threads are kind of sticky when they come off. And what we might do is stick it down to another piece of vellum. I'm going to have it everywhere. I'm just adding texture, just layers of texture to this. And I'm not really liking the way that turned out, honestly. I'm not feeling it. I may have put too much color on it. But I've got this fraying pretty well now. Has anybody else worked with the linen yet? I did see someone had stamped on it. All right. So I've just grabbed this piece of vellum, but I laid it so that it's not coming edge to edge, and I'm actually going to trim this off. Just because I want it to look kind of okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that alone, but I'm going to try again with the vellum and alcohol and see what we like. And actually I think that how big are you? I'm going to leave it bigger than we need it to be, and that way we can trim it off. And I'm even going to go back to some blue. Oh, that's light native navy, not brown. I'm going to grab the light native navy and the light misty moonlight. So not a ton of color this time at all. I'm getting my paper all wet. I've done this with re-inkers and glossy paper. We don't carry glossy paper right now. Okay, that's what I wanted. Paper towel would be nice. Okay, I'm going to set that for a second, and it should dry pretty fast. I don't want to hit it with the heat tool, But that's the reason for using alcohol, is because it will dry quickly. And then I just want and you'll see how that's coming. So it's much more marbled. Okay, so that was light Night of Navy and light Misty Moonlight in the alcohol markers. And just gonna set this aside so that I can put a new mat down. Fresh piece of grid paper. We lost internet earlier today. That was not fun. All right. So the way this is going to go, we're going to put this one down pretty much even like this. And then I need that to not quite be so sticky there. Do you ever try to get sticky by like taking tape to your jeans or a sweater, and then it'll pick up that lint, and then it loses a lot of its sticky. So that's what I'm doing, is just that edge. So it's not nearly as sticky anymore. And want it to be, so it's going to go like so. And then our vellum piece, it's not quite dry. Go ahead and cut this down so that it's the same size as the linen. So I need it to be 3 3/4. By 5. Okay. So then it goes on like so. How about that? And then this comes right up the right side. And then we can add a greeting. Let's see, what are we feeling like today? guys got some ideas back there? All right, I have an idea. Oh, I want to show you this. So I've been mentioning that I wanted to stamp on this side of this insert the greetings in approximately the same order. So like create is here, celebrate is here, amazing, friends, and so on. And I think that made a huge difference in being able to spot my greetings. So just a heads up. And we used Misty Moonlight and Night of Navy, so I'm going to stick with those. I'm going to do the love in navy. Couldn't find. What do you need the item numbers of? When I give this to the blog, Johnny, you can grab them from there. Okay, love forever right here. That's a little bit. I want something long and thin and not necessarily. It's a little fatter than I want. It's not the way I saw it. Okay, so we're going to grab Happy Birthday from this ice cream set, I think. Maybe we'll grab the thank you. No, I think it's Happy Birthday. This would make a special birthday card. All right, Misty Moonlight wins. So this sweet ice cream does carry over to the annual catalog. Told you, that stuff is sticky. I think on the other card I did a matte of whatever that blue was as well. Sorry guys, I can't make that go away. Quit. I can't see high enough to kill it there. Go. Sorry. No warning, Mom. Just calling. All right. Let's add Smells like Greg's cooking dinner. Ooh, that was not straight. Now, when you're working with vellum, the only tricky part is, well, okay, it's not the only tricky part, but one of the tricky parts is hiding your adhesive. Because most of the adhesives are going to show through the vellum. And then so this is ribbon that is current that I can use to make a nest. And I think I'll do it like that. So tape, tape, tape. Okay, we'll add dimensionals to that. Okay, there's that. All right, now let's start putting this stuff down. And I'm kind of a fan of dimension. I might even pull this up on dimensionals. No, I'm going to do the next one on dimensionals. I used a bolder pattern this time on this embossed piece. The linen is fairly see-through itself. Hello, Linda. All right. So I'm going to tuck a little adhesive in these areas where I've got some color. And then once I get the viney piece down, I'll be able to tuck some more under it once I know where this is going to be. And a couple of pieces. And so I'm just going to add a few dots of glue where I have some wider pieces of cardstock. So now I know I can add a glue dot down here. It doesn't do a whole lot for that, but oops. Oh gosh. Okay. See, I just really think that's too harsh. Okay, I'm going back to my retired product. So actually one of these is from a kit. And then this silver is retired. I'm just going to grab a little bit of this one. So I wouldn't say don't throw away, you know. You can certainly throw away some things. You know, it's a lot of work to make this look messy. And then this fine silver thread. I'm just going around a bunch. Hard to figure out which line to follow. Okay. So there is one way to do an alcohol kind of marbled effect with your Stampin' blends and alcohol markers. So at the bottom layer, we've got a layer of basic white that is embossed with that Parisian embossing folder. And then we've got a piece of linen that we kind of frayed. And then we used light Night of Navy and light Misty Moonlight. This die is from the Artistic Dies. Happy Birthday greeting is from the Sweet Ice Cream. I think I still have this crooked. The metallic threads that I used, one of these is from a kit, like the card making, the tag kit from last year maybe. And then the silver thread is a retired product. So there you have it, guys. Thanks for hanging in there today. I ended my day at work a little discombobulated, and I'm afraid I kind of brought that here too, but it's all good. I hope that you can come back and join me in the Zoom in an hour, right at an hour, and I'd love to hang out with you a little bit more tonight and just have some Stampin' fun. I'll get this posted to my blog and send out a newsletter with the July schedule. And don't forget, tomorrow is my 5-year Stampiversary, so you just never know what surprises might pop up tomorrow. But anyway, I hope you have a blessed evening, and thank you for being here. If you want to order, then please reach out. I'll be glad to help you. My website is michellesalcho.com. That's where the blog is. That's where this will be going. And I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.